Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're
Hello, welcome to the Zero Ends channel. Please like and subscribe. Please enjoy our live.
All right. Welcome to another Zero Ends broadcast. I am Zero Ends here. If you're new to the Zero Ends stream podcast, we want to call it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and all the other good stuff. And as I'm looking through things, I'm looking at them heavily. You can also follow Zero Ends on TikTok, I believe. I'm sure I already put the link on TikTok. I'll find it. Don't really go on TikTok, but that's the other social media. Besides other social medias on the Zero Ends channel, it's gonna be a while. What's this? All right, I'm just looking at something. That was a distraction. Anyhow, let's get to this and make sure everything is running well on both my ends. Yeah, look like everything's good. So you see the actual picture, the thumbnail. And for those that will watch this broadcast or leave comments, be known that comments are accepted here on the Zero Ends channel. Respectfully, of course. But other than that, if you put in, salacious or certain nasty comments or even spamming, it might be gone. Most likely, highly. But overall, all views and opinions will be accepted on the Zero Ends channel. Now, as you know, the title Kevin and Kamala and the Fraternity Conspiracies. And you know the saying conspiracy theories. A movie that came out almost now is looking at pushing 30 years since conspiracy theories happened. Let me see. Conspiracy theory. Conspiracy. Let me just double check the date of when the first conspiracy theory movie came out. Starring Mel Gibson. Theory movie. Okay. It says here conspiracy theories that star Mel Gibson, I think. Came out in 1997. I thought it came out in 95, but my math was off. And Julia Roberts. So this was a movie that's 27 years in the making. But does it really have something in relation to this particular video? Not really. Well, let's go there. And 1 second, guys. Now, there was a broadcast done by Kevin. Rather, it was in 2021 or even early parts of 2022. And I would say more like it happened around that whole year of 2021. And he said out of his own mouth, in his own credit, that him transitioning to male content in regards male self-improvement to now women empowerment, or I mean, not sorry, women empowerment, what focus on the women getting the ladies up in gear for the men that they said they want, was a complete 360 and game changer for Kevin. And Kevin, in all previous videos, if you are watching his channel heavily, he always said that if he focused more on women than the men, he would be a millionaire, and even go as far as maybe multi-millionaire if everything's done right. Needless to say. So why I'm bringing this to everybody's attention? Because at the time when he made that remarks, that was back in the early 2010s, and come to find out, as 2020 came around the month of May exactly, is when he started to pivot his content and start to shift gears from focus on self-improving the men to fixing and trying to give real honest opinion advice to the ladies. To the point some ladies did not really like it. Now, if you all remember during that time, and if I'm right, I'm right. We had an election at the time where, if we keep in mind, we had a lockdown of 20. It started in March of 20 something, and during that same time, we had we were running through a presidential election, right? In which Donald Trump was trying to be president for a second term, and a lot of factors go in why that is, and main reason is this: because the reason why a lot of people speculate, regardless if the election was rigged or not, that his real downfall back 4 years ago was because of how he handled the lockdown and the pandemic here in America. Now, here on Zero Ends, right? We deal with the politics, we deal with information, and we deal with things that really is not popular and really is here to really hope make you start have a different perspective, think on things. Moving forward, we have a new president and a vice president. Now, as you know, with Biden, at that time, the following year, and I would say mostly it started to really surface his decline, really is in 2021, to be honest with you. And I think at that time, Biden was roughly going on 78 years old, turning 79 of that same year. Everybody's seen his decline, from his speech to how he's stiff and how he doesn't seem like he's more alert or assertive. And the media has done a great job hiding that for some time now. And at times I've seen it a lot of, especially people that are so in love with Democrats, seen it, didn't really want to say nothing about it. But nonetheless, when it really started to surface, besides what we see videos of him, falling down, stumbling, standing still, having somebody have to sit there, assist him, help him. Everybody know that this man was already in his decline state, and very declined very fast. Because let's be honest, a lot of older men, roughly in the 80s, some will be, not going to have everything up there psychologically or any other things, because age has taken its toll. You're almost reverting back to your childlike once you get to a certain age as an adult. That's why the circle of life is from infant style to elder age, and revert back to your infant style of physicality and mind, if you're not careful. And some people have able to avoid that approaching the 80s. But in America, we all know the average rate of a person's lifespan. I would say, if we had to do a percentage, I'm going to guess roughly at 80 some years of age. Now, there are some people that might live past 80 to 90s, but it is pretty rare now, especially depending on what generation you were born. If you're born in the 20s and maybe 30s, you might live to 90. But here in America now, it's not really guaranteed. So, but moving forward, kind of want to divert to the purpose of why y'all want to have a clear understanding. Kevin died mysteriously. We all know this, right? And there was not really no follow through, no examination, and follow if there ain't no foul play. So you know what comes to my mind, even thinking about this and really doing this type of content for those that should have a little overall thinking, is Kevin started to grow, rise in popularity and fame, and even in money during this so-called administration, the Obama administration. And as y'all know, at the same time when Obama was running for office in 2020, right? If you keep in mind, guys, and if y'all keep in mind, and matter of fact, let me see, when did the January 6th incident happen? Did it happen in 2021? I think it happened in 2020. Let me double check. I gotta do some fact check because now I gotta go back, make sure I'm clear when it happened. Let me go back. Go back. All right. When did the raid to the White House happen? All right. All right. So January 6th. Okay. And let me see what date, what year. Mm. Okay, so it looked like it happened in 2021. Yeah, that's what I expect. It happened in 2020. I was right. Yep, January 6th, 2021, 3 years ago. Okay, so it happened 3 years ago. So at that time, it was a good thing I did double check. Now, a lot of people say Donald Trump was sort of, which he is, because usually if you lost, all you could do is pack your bag and fight again. Now, because of this, whether he was involved or not, I mean, we all heard stories that they kind of gave him a slap in the wrist. And as you know, to no avail, that was not going to stop a man that really is determined to be president again. Now, we could say a lot of things were orchestrated and all that stuff, you know, even leading up to now this new president election we have right now. But we're not going to. We only focus on here. And the point is this, that I'm going to take you down the rabbit hole a little bit because I'm hoping this will correlate. So this might make sense. It might not make sense to a lot of people because a lot of people are not really thinking and really having this to have the open mind to think, say, Kevin was a Sigma Beta fraternity, or Alpha Beta fraternity in his home state of Oklahoma at the time. And we know from the right, Kamala Harris is a Howard, you know, Alpha fraternity as well. And going back to what Kevin said, even him focus on women, rather they consider bashing or not, tell women what their expectations are. They must be realistic, and some of them have to really, you know what I'm saying, you're shooting too high, and really the only thing a man will expect you is you should look fit, feminine, and friendly. Simple, right? But a lot of women can't really make it that simple. So, you know, like everything, they come on his show night in and out, which y'all can see on his channel personally. And for those that are stealing Kevin's content and creating real channels, keep in mind now, the person that runs Kevin's channel now is now on watching, on high alert, very much on high alert now. And this person that runs Kevin's channel, rather his daughter, whoever, is noticing this. And is noticing this very much and paying close attention. And they're creating a dossier of these channels. And there are many channels I see lately that's doing this because, let's be fair and honest, a lot of content creators that don't know how to do content, let's keep it real, you want to cheat and hope by getting to be monetized quicker, you take someone that's no longer here and repurpose by putting your brand and put it as your own to make money. And I'm telling you right now, for those that will listen to us, you better start reevaluating how you're going to go make money off social media, because you're going to be hit with a serious lawsuit. And not only you might lose your channel, but you will get sued. And trust me, Kevin has said previously that he has sued people while he was live. So don't think that his daughter or anybody that control his channel ain't going to do the same. And they will do it with impute aggression. So you're warned. So now saying this, Kevin told people this back 3, maybe almost 2 years ago. Now he's gone. No follow-up. And life moves on. But let's be honest. Had life really moved on? Because let's be fair honest. Biden picked Kamala as VP because I heard rumor black women want him to have her as vice president. Now I'm not sure what power she really has right now. She probably has some influence and probably could pull strings in it. If she has the opportunity, she will. But why I'm trying to really have people think about this fraternity thing and the possibilities of, what could possibly lead to Kevin's demise. Now, I remember a guy named Mike TV did some content on this. I was watching some of his content, and he did put the same speculation. Now, the video might not be no longer there or it might be gone. That's cool. But it's something to think that someone that this well-known that got fame and popular so quickly now, there's not even a follow through or an investigation. They just swept it under the rug. And no one has really questioned that. I might have not questioned it, but now thinking about now from even this upcoming election and how this lady got so much assistance help by her fraternity sisters, it makes me wonder, saying, if she has this much pulling and backing, how much possibility? Because everybody that's in certain high echelons in society, they know what other people are doing, and they probably put memos and words out to these people that were part of a fraternity, because a fraternity where alpha or sigma beta, they're all in lines with each other. How much they're so close to each other that they have conversations and even go as far as try to warn and even go as far as telling them to stop doing what they're doing? That's a question you should ask yourself. Now, I can't say I can pin this on her or anybody else, but it's something to really, really examine, because if Kim was getting this much heat at a time, he knew doing this is going to be a problematic. You think most people that are close to him that are fraternity brothers would advise him to start pivot the content now? And he's been doing this very heavily now for 2 years. Well, it was going on 2 years before he died, the first week of May, which the following week would make 2 years since he has successfully transitioned from men to women content. So it was like a year and a half him doing this. And that first full year in 2021 is where he really solidified himself as the guru, Mr. Samuels. Even go as far as the real Godfather, where you got to kiss the ring. And you know what I mean? Yes. And we all know that the picture of the Godfather is a manipulation, the puppet master, So he was able to be truthfully honest with the lovely ladies. And night in, night out, some lovely ladies that took on Kevin's message made a change in their own lives. And some, let's be honest, they bitch and complain and still end up with the same results. And trust me, he got a lot of attention from not only the local ladies, mostly black women and some non-black women, but most black women call on there because his content really pivots more to black people. That a lot of people looked at what he did as a form of worship, godlike. Men have took his content and said thank you in mass numbers, from personally meeting Kevin to even email him personally. Lovely, beautifully. But it comes back in mind saying, if he's getting this much attention and people are appreciating the ones that mostly are men, how much of the ladies really work extra hard to find ways to really get rid of this man off the social media platforms? I'll tell you this, from what has been said, there were lots of ladies some of them professional, some of them ratchet, and downright some of them just, not involved. We're working hours effortlessly to create petitions, all this stupid stuff to get him up, because in their mind, he is changing the dynamics and the social order of how men and women should be really carry themselves outside the digital world. He always emphasized to men that you must be the best version of yourself. If you're not working a certain amount of hours, roughly 60, which I find very odd, but okay. And usually if you're going to do more than 40 hours as a man, always prioritize your time wisely and your mental and your clear health, because it's been evident when you push beyond 60 hours every day, you're going to cause some problems. Not only your psychology, but your health. Knowing you're a man, you could do it, but it's going to be detrimental if you do it for more than, let's say, a decade. And normally, usually to get away with doing 6 hours, you got to be in your 20s. Once you pass 20, you should not be doing 6 hours. Your time should be prioritized and matched much better as you get older. When you're young, you can get away doing that. But as you get older, you should not be keep pushing it. And these are the same factors they said that led to his demise, that stopped his heart. But we all know it did not make sense. Hell, the woman that they said that was last seen did not make sense. Whether we want to believe it or not. Because a lot of people try to get at him. And a lot of people probably did warn him. Even the people that is close to him in fraternities probably would have said something personally to him. And don't be fooled that that's not what's going on. And he said it out his own mouth. So what he's doing, he already told the public years ago while he was alive, him doing this content is very dangerous, because now it's changing the perception and mindset of a lot of ladies that invest time and money into the system. And let me tell you something about women. Women are very much the vessels that keep the money circulating to what they consider corporations that have to bank on people taking the money that they make from these same corporations and putting it back to them tenfold, or I like to call working for free. Oh, yes, you didn't know you could work for free? Yes, if you work for somebody and you get a paycheck, it's always in their best interest when they pay their employees. It's always a thinking of ways, how can I get that money back from you? And a lot of people don't think like that. You work for somebody, they're paying you. So in end result, the end result, they want their money back. And that's something that's not being discussed. And it will never be discussed. So me telling you this first time, and I want you to really think long and hard on this. Why would they want the money they give you that you work hard? They want that money back, or try to get as much back from you. Answer simple. Because the purpose of employee is to give your time and energy labor to make somebody else rich. And not only rich, but also keep you in a certain deprived state. Because you're not creating anything on nothing where everybody's going to come see you to pay you. You are actually giving your time and energy to someone else. So, in return, they are getting more of investment than you are getting. And now how things are now moving with technology and AI, they are still going to get that same production with the help of artificial intelligence for certain tasks, but not every task, until the machines, or what we call robots and all that stuff, start to really come more and integrate of everyday life, which is not really a bad thing if you think about it. Because this is the evolution of human beings, society. Yeah, I'm just looking at some. So, me letting y'all know that women spend more and put back more into this economy. than anybody else. And they knew this back, I think after World War II, or even after the 60s, maybe 20 years after that, because they already did their numbers, and they have concluded that if women are given a position to make their own money, they're going to spend more and reinvest back into them than anybody else. Men are not known to be reinvesting and spending back to institutions like that, or even go as far as into corporations. Nor they work for them, but really, most men, if they're thinking and they're thinking long term and thinking smart, they always try to find, say, how can it will better suit me, so for my own preservation. And that's the mindset of good portion of, not all men, but a good percentage of men when they work for somebody, most likely. Women, no, they don't. They'll work for somebody for years, decades, and after a while, they'll let them go, and they won't have no harsh feelings. Some of them might get promotion and get up, but most of the time, that's not the case. And I have a comment. What's good? What's good? And I will put the link for those who want to come up and have this comment, which I'll do in a second. So stay tuned. Just sit back. Make sure you hit the like button, brother. That's in the chat room. So now, move forward. And let me do this. Move forward. The Divine Nine, all these special, alphabet people. We already know throughout the history, back in the, let's say, end of the 19th century to the present day, we all know these people are not benefit to regular working people, especially people that are black and brown. These people that's in fraternities. The fraternities you see today only serve a better interest to people that got them there. So if you're in, and you have a network with people that are close to other people, because remember, the purpose of these fraternities, for a lot of people think is good or bad, it is another organization, or they could say even a secret society, which really is not nothing secret because people know that they exist, right? Oh, and please share this on your timeline if you can. Is to always better keep people at a certain state mentally and certain economically, while bigger and uplifting the people that are in the more echelon of society. Because we can't have everybody in the same accords. If this country was in the even playing field, we wouldn't have a lot of problems in this country. Matter of fact, America probably would move much better if there was really a middle ground and there is no upper or lower. But we all know in existence, human existence, or just in general, that does not exist. People that think that there is a middle class, they've been lied to. The data that they keep telling you about what is middle and what is lower is a lie. It is a big lie. It's not even a fabricated lie. It's just a downright a lie. Because we look at the United States dollar itself, it's not really backed with anything. They had to do things to keep this dollar really respectful outside the United States. Now, y'all know how they do that. I ain't going to go in detail because you could look this up yourself. But I will say this. If the dollar, and we say there is a chance of a middle class, and it's always a potential you're going to be middle and upper, they keep pushing that narrative to people outside of America. So when they come here, they could put in their time and energy to hopefully become upper and top 5, 10, 5, 1%. But that's just a pipe dream. Now, Kevin, he has achieved that in under a whole year. Remember, when he changed his content in 2020, back in May, late May, even before he had one world star video gone viral to the second one, you gotta keep in mind he started to pick up when he started focusing more on ladies and was now pushing narrative and tell women that were, let's be honest, looking for a rich man. They're not looking for no poor man. Let's keep real, gentlemen. A lot of women that go up there, they're saying, how can I get a rich man so I don't have to get my butt to work again? I want to just sit down, maybe have babies if I don't have babies ready, and just eat food and have the man pay all the bills, and I don't do nothing. I can spend his money. That's the mindset of a lot of majority Western women in America. And I mean Western women, it could be any Western woman. A lot of women, other race women, fight to come here. Do you hear me? They fight to come here because they know the possibilities that they could be a boss babe, strong and independent, make some money, maybe a lot of money if done right, and be able to fuck and suck any man of their liking, including women. That's something they don't talk about. How I know? Because the first thing you do, if you travel outside America, you go to any country, third world in general, you'll hear some of the women, if you pay attention to detail, want to have the possibility to go to a country where this country caters and favors more women than men, give more liberties, rights, freedoms, and all that stuff. You think most women that's in a country that's mostly patriarchal and mostly still run by men and don't give women those luxuries gonna turn that down? You are delusional. Delusional, I tell you. But Kevin knew this. He knew this. And trust me, if you watch his previous videos, some of them still up there today, maybe, of him focus on men heavily. It does not get the same attention, much as effects, because how we men move is there's two things in life that's not going to avoid, that we can never avoid, besides life and death. The other two spectrums that's never talked about is either you're going to sink or swim. We've known this since we were kids or birth. The society keeps reinforcing the sink and swim narrative to a lot of men, especially black men. There are no handouts for men like that. Regardless what they tell you there's none. There is none. Men have to work for everything, every penny, every blood, sweat, just to get by. That's why the message to a lot of women, if they really waste the time, which they don't, and I'm keeping really, a lot of women don't watch a lot of male content when other men are talking about other men about getting your shit together. I'm sorry. I've seen a few YouTube videos, some live, some uploads, whatever, and I don't see the same results. The only thing that is profitable, if you want to go there, is when someone's talking bad about the other sex and really nuclearing, let them have it verbally. Verbally. That's the only thing that gets pushed throughout the social media. Anything in regards to real self-improvement, that does not exist. It does, and it will never exist. Sorry. For those who think that it does not. There are women channels that preach and teach self-improvement. I remember one lady that is a tall woman says she once did some content, but really goes now in the paywall to teaching the content. Which I disagree, but I get it. And the reason why I say I disagree, because there are someone out there that's not going to come across a lot of platforms by the help of the algorithm. If you're depending on YouTube for your videos to be pushed so people can find and pay to learn a little secret here and there on your own Patreon, you are delusional. I don't care how big your channel is, if you have 50 or 70 or even close to 100K subscribers. It doesn't work like that. YouTube is not a platform that is going to start promoting your shit for free. Now, if you're throwing money and paying Google ads to promote this and still have a paywall for service, they will grant you and respect for that. But I'm telling people, and I'm gonna tell you black people this. Listen to me good. If you put out videos and hoping that the algorithm is going to put your mess out for free, you're delusional. They are more focused on posting videos that are funny, trending, that has no merit or any adverse effect in your lives. They'll push that more throughout the algorithm than you talking about things like mostly social issues, about self-improvement issues, or unless you're not paying out your pocket. And I'm saying this because this is going to sound effed up, but I'm keeping real. They don't put out and promote stuff for free. Google, like any other website or business, they need to get paid. And if you think your content is good enough for people that come pay you behind the paywall, you're going to have to start spending money on YouTube. So that way you don't have to really constantly keep doing videos and hope to make a little ad revenue, which a lot of people complain they're not making money, so they got to go behind paywall. Well, I'm going to tell you this. If you want people to know you exist, you're going to have to start spending money. But I know most people today are not spending money to promote their own stuff. I remember the old man said it best when he was doing content on here, on YouTube. That when he left YouTube, he went on their streaming service and he paid Facebook ads to promote his product. And it did work. Now, did he get the results he needed? No. But it was very effective. And one thing that people don't understand, that unless you spend your own money to promote your own stuff, you're not really promoting nothing. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, so 1 second, guys. So like I was saying before, yeah, so he spent money and he did get some traction, not the one I expect, but nonetheless, he got traction because he took his own money to promote himself. And you have to do the same, especially you think that you're not making money on YouTube. And that's the disclaimer. You're going to have to start spending money on yourself and spend money on these AI, and even buy Google ads to promote your videos. And a lot of black people don't want to hear this because I can't speak for other, and not, but just in general, any race person don't understand. You have to pay to play. Putting videos and hope the AI is going to put out the traction or go viral, those are from the past. That's dead now. Moving forward, how I see things moving forward, you get some traction, but you not get a lot of traction. I'm sorry. How this business works, you're going to have to pay to play. So keep that in mind. So me saying this, because I'm going to soon wrap up, depending on anybody want to come up, is this. Keep in mind, like any fraternity brother or fraternity sister, I mean, they have connections. And let's keep in mind, you don't think that the complaints that black women having, they were not hitting up your vice president about this? For those that don't know, you don't think that what Kevin was doing back when Biden was in office back in 2021, around that same year when Kevin started to really pick up some serious traction of that whole year, there was no talks about, women were trying to figure ways how to stop him, get rid of him off the air and stuff. You don't think so? Now, can I say that women generally and black women had something to do with this? I can't say that, but I'll let you know this. There was a lot of efforts from not men, but mostly women, especially, were pushing to find ways to really get him off the air. And if we think about it, we got our vice president as the first vice president lady that has heard conversation from a lot of women. Hell, she probably might heard conversations with her fraternities about this man. And they might have conversation with the man. Who knows? Now, me saying this, we're never gonna know the fall through, because there's never gonna be no fall through, because they dead this in the water from the start, for good reason. But it's always good to speculate, and we could think about this, because we got to think rational and use some common sense and discernment to think, saying, well, all that was going through, and that was happening, right? And the popularity, right? And Kevin knew that doing this, he's gonna mark his own demise, right? That if we had another president in office for 4 years, would Kevin still be around for at least 4 years now? Because remember, he made, like, from here, $4 million in total, and he made that mostly in the past, and the whole 2021 up to his death in 2022. Because every video, every live stream he did, those gross to 100K views to a few million views. Those are not just like he was making a couple 40, 50 grand. He was making 500K at least on a couple of those live streams he did, by the view numbers of the views. And not only the views, but people click onto the advertisement, which are not black people. Because we don't like click on the ads. We like to skip ads or find other ways. But other groups of people do click on ads. Y'all know that, right? The most money you'll make mostly is not just the advertiser, but the people that's clicking onto the ads. That's where the money's at. Yeah, they'll give you some little money here for a couple thousand, but really, to make real bank money is when people click on your ads. For those that don't know that. That's just a small disclaimer for those that should think long term about this. So me saying this is Ken was a good man, I think the time when he made the shift and pivot his content from solely men to women was actually not a wrong. It was actually the right time. The only disadvantage of this is he was doing this during a new era, a new president at the time. Because he was doing this during the other administration, I think he would still been around, personally. Because a lot of corporations, yeah, they look what he's doing, and it's problematic. Yeah, he looks dressed well, and he looks like he's moved like a sissy. And you hear rumors about the homosexual things there, which I get it. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really care at this point, because the people that fought his sexuality the most didn't like him, because he told a lot of them to really get your shit in order. He told enough men there's some things you could do to be better men. He noticed it's not hard. It takes work, yes, but and a lot of men hate him at, because one thing I find with especially the brothers, they do not like to know saying that he's telling you to stop dressing like you're a teenager. You're supposed to dress appropriate to your age, rather that's wearing slacks, some casual clothing like shirt, pants, nothing that you're supposed to look like you're too young, but you look like you're mature, as you get older. He never emphasized and pushed on his channel that you're always supposed to wear a suit. And this is something that people misconstrue Kevin. He never preach or promote saying every black man should always wear suits. He never said that. But he always tell you dress appropriately for your age. He'll tell you stop wearing the baggy pants. Hell, stop wearing baseball caps all day, every day in your hats. And all the other things that a lot of men that's roughly in their late 30s, especially, and 40s and above, had a problem with, which is very alarming. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very alarming. But, like I said, it never got too much on his way in regards to pushing and getting where he needs to be, because men are going, like I said, going to do two things. Either they're going to make the change or they're going to stay the way they are, sink or swim. That's why it never really worked well to any society. Because most people are expecting men to do the best they can and be the best version of themselves. They're expecting that. That should be given. But it's never expected that women should always be the best version of themselves and be fit, feminine, friendly. Most commercials and all that stuff, and most people you see that's in the echelon or they push certain entertainers are pretty much the low levels of society. They're not the top as we think it is. They're actually lowest levels with money. The people that are really on top in the top echelons are people that are in business and they're in politics. And most entertainers are not those. They are the ones that keep the businessman and the politician laughing, but in regards to really connect, no, they're not. They're not that. And then there will be that for those that don't know. And that's the honest truth. So in conclusion to this, for those that will come across this, and I know a lot of people think, say, conspiracy and all this nonsense, and I get it, but it's something to think about. And Kevin did have some enemies. Let's keep real, which is a good thing, because anytime you're doing something that you should be doing, if you don't have enemies, you're not really doing nothing. I mean, he had a lot of enemies, people that were, let's be honest, jealous of his achievement. Hell, some of them might have played and plot for his demise, you know. A lot of factors, a whole lot of factors that we'll never know or ever discuss here. Or we'll ever know, period, personally. That's why, you know, when they say he had this and they'll lead to the reasons, that's not good enough for a lot of people that's really favor or like what Kevin was doing. A lot of people do want the answers. And personally, you might never get those answers. If someone really spilled tea and really did a real investigation, find what really happened, I mean, it'll leave you shocked as a person that watches his content. But it should be expected, because when you do things like this, it is considered problematic and dangerous, because you are pushing and fighting the social consumption capitalist order here in the West. Women are always supposed to hear what they want to hear and spend money, and constantly keep spending money with no avail, no regulation. They gotta feel that men are beneath them while they take their little getting men's wallet and spend it back into the system. That's how it goes. And he always emphasized the spending habit of women. He did mention that in his own content, Kevin. And tell most ladies that when you have a man, you're not gonna be always constantly spending like that. Hopefully. Even the man got it or not. That some men are very, very cautious of where the money is going, you know. If they're a person that really is really a productive man. Because every penny, every cent counts. And people that are in the echelon side are not spending the same amount of money like regular people that's middle or lower class. They're very much cautious where their money goes. That's why they work so hard to get your money. We could say it's like more of a scarcity mindset if you think about it. But that's pretty much it. I hope you find this interesting. Looking forward for your comments on this one. Like I said before, leave a good comment, leave a respectful comment personally. You know, the Zero End channel. If you're not subscribed to the Zero End channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave your comments on your thoughts and opinions on this. You know, did I get it right or wrong? Is Kevin and Kamala and the fraternities, is they really conspiring, or they help, you know, to, you know, get rid of Kevin in the long run? And not only in the long run, but under this Biden watch, personally, which is the Democrat side, you know. Oh, and one thing, I never know what politics that Kevin follows. No, he's a businessman himself, so Obviously, I would say he will fall more into the Republic because it's more better for his money, but we will never know personally, if I can remember. But keep in mind that, it's something to think about. And we're never going to know all the answers, and we shouldn't because we are people, no less. But it's always good to put the thought and to know what's really going on. All right. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. Thank y'all for watching today's stream. Until next time, take care.